And welcome back. This is your man Warrior. This is Pieces and Plans, and it's the Mythic version of this event, not the Legendary, but the Mythic. And I know a lot of people that did this video yesterday. I know a couple of people asked me, why didn't you do a video, kill order, things like that. You know, I think if you have the characters, you're going to be fine. Kill order is not as important as actually having characters that are geared up, but there is an importance to kill order. There always is. So I am going to go ahead and go through that, what I'm targeting and why. We're going to do a few mollywops today together, and we are going to knock out these tiers really quickly. By the way, tier 3 is terrible. It is very, very difficult, and I am assuming that it is designed for the new Ray with a resistance team, that somehow she brings that durability that you really need, and when you have her, then you'll be able to pretty easily 3-star. I know a few people that have some like god mods on their resistance and they were able to 3-star it very easily. I do not have my best mods on my resistance. I have, 40, 50 speed plus secondaries, which for a high-end shard is not much at all. Cool thing about tier 1, it is the last tier of the legendary event. So when you do the legendary event, the last tier you do, that is tier 1. And now that I've 3-starred it, I can sim it, which means I don't have to go through and battle it. I am going to go ahead and battle it really quick though, just so that way you can see the kill order. Now, they always put your strongest in the first slot and they go by strength or by power, but that's obviously not the way you want to do it. And you have to bring in 7-star characters for this final route, and so obviously these are the only 5 first order that I have 5-starred. I don't have the Kylo Ren Unmasked or the other new one leveled up yet. I didn't spend any money on those two. So this is the team. We will go in and we'll kick some resistance booty. Run! All right, like many people know, Ray is going to be the one that does the most damage to us. So, and then BB-8 speeds the team up and himself up and creates some potency. So we're going to go ahead and start trying to take her out. I taunted just to protect my team. We're going to go ahead and do marching orders. 2 of my people are already, one of mine already has a lot of turn meter, that's Kylo Ren, but we're going to give everybody more turn meter. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to whack BB-8. There we go. Stop him from doing any of his craziness. And I'm going to go ahead and try and finish Ray off. There we go. Now we're going to move to the veterans. The veterans in this round do a lot of damage. It stacks and it gets worse and worse, so you want to try and take them out before Finn gets a chance to go. There's a nice little assist and a stun. We'll speed that team down. Man, he got that Illuminated Destiny off almost instantly. We're going to go ahead and try and stun BB-8. We're just going to go ahead and get BB-8 out of here, because it looks like his cooldowns are different than they are in real life. So, there we go. Almost have him done. And not all of my first order's abilities are maxed. Most of them are just 2-7. Now we'll move to veteran smuggler Chewbacca. Love the assist calls. And then I leave Finn for the end. We can stun him. Dang, I love that 28,000. Man, First Order TIE Pilot has always been the real deal McCoy. 15 and 15. Man, that's awesome. But he's very tanky in this, Finn is. And that's all she wrote. So there's the first tier. Of course, you can sim it, But my suggestion is get Ray, who's going to mollywhop you a lot. Get her out of there. Get her out of there, and then work on the veterans. BB-8, he does have Illuminated Destiny. He does pretty quick, so, and he buffs the team. So if you can get that stun like I was trying to do, keep him in stun mode or just take him out second. Otherwise, you could take him out fourth if you can keep him stunned. The mod I got was an offense mod that has protection and offense secondary. No speed secondary, so sadly I will personally be selling this. Alright, so tier 1 was a play out of the final legendary version. The second one is actually being able to go in and take anybody you want. So here's a fun little Sith team composition if you want to see how they fare. Now keep in mind, the second round you're going to be in the Mythic, you're going to go against exact same characters. The only difference is this one you get to bring whoever you'd like. I went ahead and brought in Sith just to see how the Sith would fare against this pretty overpowered resistance team. Now, I can't really call it a full resistance team because two of the characters have not been given the resistance tag, sadly. So we're going to go ahead and go after Ray, just like the last one. Well, I'm not really evading a whole lot here, am I? Alright, let's just keep working through these guys. Man, all that countering. Hopefully that'll do that. Whap! We'll go after Chewbacca. And then we'll go after BB-8. Actually, I'll just annihilate him. Speed the team up. Get rid of that. Wasn't able to use my smash and grab with Savage where he kills somebody. But nonetheless, we win. He's really tanky though. Dang it. Was hoping to get him. I'll just use basics so I can do that. Hopefully I can get back to Savage. Here we go. Back to Savage. Bap! Alright, let's check out what we got. We got 2 speed arrows. Let's see what's the primary. Defense with no speed secondaries. Blech. And critical avoidance with speed secondary. Not a huge use for critical avoidance. However, there is a time and a place for it. Rarely, but there is a time and a place. I will probably, if the speed rolls good, be able to find a home for this one, but I will probably not sell that one. All right, and then the last tier is crazy hard. You basically get to take in the resistance against First Order, and the First Order team that they have is lightning fast. Again, I do not have, you know, super amazing mods on my resistance or my First Order, and so when I go into these events, if they've got them tuned for, you know, characters with plus 100 speed, I'm going to sit there and watch them, you know, mollywhop my characters pretty good. So you have to take in resistance. And obviously, I think the most common team that people are going to take in is this team right here. I could take Ray in. She's pretty powerful and she can do a lot of damage. But I think the resistance piece of it, the exposed piece of it, is the part that we're really wanting to try to utilize. You do have to take BB-8 in, so the only way you get to play this third round is if you have BB-8. Alright, they're going to get like 20 turns. We have to just try and work through the onslaught and hope nobody gets stunned. Great, BB-8 got stunned. Alright. Let's go ahead and get rid of his taunt so we can immediately go after First Order TIE Pilot. We're going to go ahead and stealth except for our tank, which is really not a very good idea, but we're going to still do it. We're going to put buff immunity up over the First Order Stormtrooper and try to expose and reduce turn meter. Let's go ahead and go after the First Order TIE Pilot. Let's go ahead and stun. Let's go ahead and stun Kylo. Let's go ahead and go after Captain Phasma because she has the most turn meter. There we go. Now let's go back to First Order Officer because he's not stunned. Let's start to take him out. Let's continue to keep everybody in stealth. Let's go ahead and attempt to stun Captain Phasma. I guess she's immune to stuns. I think she might very well be immune to stuns. Let's try it again. Nope, she really doesn't get stunned. And let's go ahead and pop another expose for some turn meter. Let's continue to work on Phasma. Let's go ahead and burn everybody. Get her gone. Reduce some turn meter. Let's go after the tank since he is the only one, well, other than Kylo. Well, they're not stunned anymore, none of them, so he's got a lot of turn meter still. It's really a turn meter game, trying to figure out who has the turn meter and get rid of that person. Let's go ahead and take out, well, let's get some of those up. That's nice. Buff the team. BB-8 really does buff the team well. And let's take out the First Order Officer. I think this should do it. Then we'll move to First Order TIE Pilot. Alright, let's try and stun Kylo. Got the stun. Put everyone in stealth, not that we need it. Just feels comforting being under stealth. We're just doing exposed train now. We're going to try and finish this off with the R2 basic for 17k. So there we go. We kept all 5. I was able to 3-star it this time. It really is what we call RNG dependent because if they go off and they stun the wrong person, you know, if they stun Poe and you're not able to get those up, then you're not able to win. But if you're able to get your exposes up and start that kind of that exposed train, then you're able to kind of walk through it like I did. You get about 7 pieces or so of gear 12 pieces, so that is really good. This is the, you know, the bayonet, that's cool, and the newbie and the Mark 8 newbie and everybody needs, so pretty cool. I got 2 more gold 5. This one has a speed with a 5 secondary speed. If that speed would roll, that's really good. And then this one is really no secondary speed, so I probably wouldn't use this. I will sell it. But the loot that you get is overall really pretty good as far as a free event. As far as doing the refreshes on tier 3 that you can do, there's an argument to be made about the possibility of the 600 refresh if people are actually spending crystals on, you know, mods in the store, but I personally don't ever spend crystals on mods, and really what you're doing here is by spending crystals on mods. So it goes down to, do you like to spend crystals on mods or not? If it's a no, then I wouldn't refresh, and if it's a yes, then I would refresh. As far as the gear 12 pieces you get, there's only a couple of pieces. I really don't think that it's, in my opinion, worth the 600 when we naturally get those pieces through multiple events now that happen throughout the month. I hope this was fun. I hope you got a chance to figure out how to kill these guys. Really, for phase 1, you just have to have your First Order, you know, geared up at least to gear 9 and above, and some decent mods. Tier 2, you can just bring in your arena team, and tier 3, you better have a basically fully maxed out or very highly modded resistance team, or it's just not going to work out for you. As always, keep your gaming on. Warrior out.